Hi, and welcome to my channel. I am Michael with Life System. This is another addition to the main video. Earth has a face of God, not a hoax. In this video, I'd like to, well, for one, I'm going to call it Earth has a face of God that got damaged by the flood. Kind of rhymes. For my new listeners here, I'm going to take you to Google Earth really quickly and show you the beautiful face of our Creator here. And for the people that are not seeing it or are having trouble noticing, it's a giant head that is made up of Europe and Asia that's got eyelashes, a very well-made nose. Basically, it looks, the mouth right there, the beard, and it basically looks like the planet was terraformed. The Lake Baikal makes up the ear. There's also a big old sign right here that says Yar or Rai or Ra or Ragnarok or whatever. So this video is about the flood, and I believe that a asteroid hit right in this vicinity. Now, traditional history tells us about a possible flood. Well, it says that there was a giant asteroid, and again, this is a version. It has not been proven, but it is what's called a commonly accepted version, which means that they're trying to make this, or make you think that this is the only version. So in any case, they're pushing this one really heavily, and there's people that are involved that want that to be the case. So that version states that basically an asteroid hit the Earth, causing a series of chain reactions, including a giant flood and fires that killed off all the dinosaurs. Now, there was an asteroid strike looking at the Earth, a big one. Or maybe it was a weapons discharge of some sort. I don't know. But the bottom line is, it looks like it happened right over here. Then it continued going this way. Hit Africa. Now over here, obviously, there's the United States at the bottom of the screen. North Pole being at the left. South Pole being at the right. South America being right here. And we're looking now at Africa. So the trajectory is going from the United States and the Florida area right there, or from North America, Florida area, creating this giant ridge in the middle of the Atlantic, and then a huge wave, a tsunami, the biggest one that maybe the world has ever seen, forms, which hits northern, what is today Russia. It hits point blank, just devastates Africa. All of this land that you see here is desert areas. I'm guessing that was a devastation by that tsunami. Then moving, then the southern tip got hit, but the center of Africa doesn't look like it got hit as much, because looks like northern Africa kind of deflected and sort of saved Central Africa there from the vast devastations that happened here in the north. Now, on old maps, there's a lot of settlements that are shown in this area of Africa. And basically, the water came out into the Indian Ocean and went up into Asia, and then the waters came back, receded, and went out into the Indian Ocean again. So most of the populated world, as you can see, really got devastated. Now, if we take into consideration the dinosaur theory and the asteroid that destroyed them all, now, if we combine or set that theory on the one side, let's say we set it to the left, and now we take a look at this giant image of a face that makes me think and propose a theory that the Earth was terraformed. Created, terraformed, at the very least, to give the image of a human being. So, what a crazy thing it is to be living on a planet where the planet has a giant picture if you will, made up of a supercontinent, Europe and Asia together, right? Which I don't know how that's separated. I mean, I do know historically how that is and why that is, but more than likely you guys don't. But I'll take us into that someday. Now, if the flood happened and killed the dinosaurs, well, the this face here says that the flood happened and killed off the humans. So either humans were alive when dinosaurs got wiped out, or maybe dinosaurs never existed, or, well, it certainly puts out a lot of ores here, doesn't it? So, I mean, the damage, though, pun intended, is definitely on the face here. It's crazy. All right, really quickly going through to my images here, and I'm going to shoot you through the damages. Here's my handy dandy pencil tool here that I can go ahead and make a little bit of a etch marks. So the flight path would have been this way. Impact zone right here. This is the epicenter. A huge wave causes this rift right here. So if you've ever thrown a pebble in the water and watched how the sand reacts, it usually does not make a divot this way, because the accompanying water that's pushing forward with the stone that's moving through the water creates a kind of a mountain chain like what we have here, pushing away from the asteroid strike. Plus, on top, we can see, I mean, I don't know if this may be a Google Earth thing, or maybe the representation is fairly correct. The ocean floor has been scuffed. I mean, you can see all these scuff marks right here. I don't know, like I said, if this is a Google Earth feature, or if that's the way it is. In any case, moving on to the next image, we can see Africa being here a little bit more in sight. And if you can imagine, at that point, the North Pole of the planet would have been right over the United States, or right over America, and right over the Atlantic Ocean right here. So all of this ice that's right over here is now moving in this trajectory too. I mean, all of this is just hitting Africa like crazy. And I said that there were settlements on old maps over there previously to the 1400s. And then after 1400s, they're poof and vanished. Have you ever wondered why archaeologists keep unearthing all of these massive cities all over the place? Well, yeah, sure, all over the place. I guess I can make a blanket statement like that. And these cities sometimes are buried to the point of, I mean, to the tune of possibly 15 meters deep, like during the unearthing of structures under Mussolini before World War II. Those were huge finds. If you go to cities around the world, there's catacombs all over the place, underground cities. Most recently, well, I'm going too far into it. That's for the next video. So this video here, like I said, just a quick outline. I'm going through it, and the wave is moving along and goes boom and out into the Indian Ocean. Right here, obviously, it's devastating this whole area through here. It kind of gets split the way I see it right over here, and starts coming around, just destroying all of these settlements that were on this side. And then comes up, and then goes back down and out into the Indian Ocean. So it'd be interesting for people who are looking at the Indian Ocean as possibly finding shipwrecks and possibly finding lots of interesting things. Maybe they should look for megalithic structures somewhere at the bottom of the ocean. Now, a really quick explanation as to the mammoth die-off. Now, if you imagine again that the North Pole was over on this side, right over here, and then it shifted and went over here. All the excess moisture that would have went up into the air mixed with globules of sand and creosote and different other molecules, maybe even a great deal of water got evaporated by the initial explosion of the asteroid. So all of this creates a fallout of rain. With heavy globules in the mix, we're going to change the barometric pressure. Now, as I understand it, under certain barometric pressure, water freezes at much lower temperatures. So, let's say -5 degrees, and this whole area right here gets exposed to a massive rainstorm. Well, I mean, all the areas. But this area right here gets exposed to a massive rainstorm for like, I don't know, a prolonged period of time, with temperatures being below zero. And the rain droplets are hitting and freezing on contact. So much like frozen rain. Everybody, I imagine that's in the northern hemisphere, has seen it at least once in their lifetime. I'm sure. So these animals, their fur absorbs all of that moisture and then starts freezing on contact. So basically that's the reason we find woolly rhinoceroses, mammoths, certain other animals just frozen, and they're pretty well whole. So that's it. I'm going to finish this off. Get out of this subject here for a little bit, because next one I'm going to make is going to be to show you guys the buried cities. And then afterwards I'm going to have to divert, but I'll tell you about that in the next video. So love you guys. Don't forget to sign up, hit like, subscribe, and leave comments. Love you all. Bye.